Just a quick video, nothing too sexy tonight, but took a long time to figure this out. Very basic PLC program in here, just an input output. I have forced the output to the robot, which it had to do its program, but just I want to show that I got them handshaking and talking over here on output 121. When I turn that off, that's going to turn off that rung, that second rung there. Turn it on, comes back on again. So the robot does send signals back and forth to each other to my complex logic. Right now my laser cutter is going ahead and cutting out my prototype piece. Just to show you here, that is the piece it is trying to cut out for me here for holding the suction cups. And I have my new laser cut Lexan hand all good to go. The spacing does line up for the suction cups here, so they actually line up perfectly on the blocks now. I have the PLC is up and running, Complex Logic's L32E, and it is actually communicating with the Fanuc right now. As you can see right here, it's connection 1, not the compact log, it's connection 1, and it's running, so that means they are actually talking back and forth to each other. However, to get into the nitty-gritty of the inputs and outputs, I need that little gray box right there needs to be another menu option for me, so I'll get that to open up here. But here is my program. So I'm gonna see, hold on one second. So robot would pick up once I get the suction going, coming through the PLC, come over, lay down the first layer, and it will continually pick up from the center spot and put the blocks in a crisscross pattern there. And see, that was layer 2, so it didn't go as far down. These Django blocks are about 15 millimeters high, so each one is stacking 15 millimeters higher than the previous one. And it will do this 6 times. So 1, 2, I think that was 4, so this should be 5 if I'm counting correctly here. I believe that was 6, so it should stop here. Yep, and it stops and waits there because this pallet now in theory is full with 6 levels of blocks on it, and so it will wait until the pallet gets removed and has an input signal that the next pallet is in place and ready to go. Of course, there's no inputs there yet. That's future stuff to come. Oh yeah. So I finally got them communicating together. I have my PLC is running right now. I have a very basic programming going right here where the robot is basically just waiting for a signal from the PLC to start, which is by a button. And when it's done doing its pallet stacking, it will send a signal back to the PLC to signal that it's done. And there'll be a light on when it's saying, I'm done, I'm waiting for my next instructions. So over here, I have my teach pin here, but just so I've got right at the top, it is waiting for a digital input from the PLC before we get going. So hold down shift and start going like that. So when I hit my button right here, it will begin stacking the Jenga blocks over here. For now, I'm manually feeding them in. So what I have in here is it's one program with a bunch of jump labels in it, and it's counting each layer that it puts down, so it knows which orientation to put the blocks down at, as well as how far to go down. Obviously, otherwise it would just slam down to level 1 if it wasn't keeping track. So this simple program is just designed to have it pick up 6 stacks and stack them together, and then it will wait for further instructions. Also, I should note that this was a custom designed hand. This is just some Lexan plastic that's been I laser cut and designed that as well in order to hold my suction cups. So yeah, and that's the project so far.